What's up guys, Blades of God here from Hammer Bros Gaming, coming at you with the Road to Ruins DLC in Gears 2. We're going to be showing you how to get through the stealth pathway, or the stealth choice of this DLC. With me, as in most videos, I have Pyrocitawats playing Dom to my Marcus. So, right at the beginning you're going to have some dialogue, not a whole lot to talk about. Dom's angry. I'm not going to have any spoilers as to really what's going on. Though, I will admit, if you haven't played Gears 2 at this point, then you should get on that. The game's been out for like, what, 15 years now? So I think we're past the spoiler window, but just to be courteous, I'm not going to reveal anything that happened before or after the game. Or I should say before or after the DLC. But as you can see, we selected the stealth path. We are dressed as Theron guards. We are carrying lancers, and we are walking into the road to Nexus. I am going to let the cutscenes play out as normal. This is all going to happen at normal speed. We're not going to be speeding anything up or skipping anything. This is on hardcore playthrough, or hardcore difficulty. It's our hardcore playthrough. So the difficulty isn't much different if you play on Insane until you get to the very end where there's actual gunplay involved. The enemies don't detect you any easier or anything like that on a higher or lower difficulty, so these methods should carry you through regardless of which difficulty you are playing on. So right at the beginning here, just like in the guns blazing selection or gun blazing path, have you and your teammate go up each of the ladders and find these levers to pull at the same time. If you saw our guns blazing guide, then you know that Pyro and I did have some issues with trying to coordinate these door pulls. So we do recommend doing a 3, 2, 1 pull or some other countdown, just so you know that you're pulling these at the same time. And like the dialogue saying on screen, the big thing is you don't want to get close to any of the enemies, and you don't want to go too fast. So we're not going to be roadie running. Try to avoid sliding into cover, and don't get too close to any of these enemies. This isn't overly difficult. We got through this on the first try without failing, so if you follow this path, like I said, it should work without any issues. So right at the beginning, we're going to let this drone walk over to the left. We're going to hug the right side of this middle cover and continue up the path. Then you see we got another drone who's sort of moving ahead on the right-hand side. I believe there is an enemy off to the left of us right now, but again, with this pacing, you shouldn't have any problems. You can see we're walking. We are not roadie running. We are not moving at full speed, though you can walk at regular speed just by tilting the joystick all the way ahead, and it won't be an issue. They won't pick up on that as being too quick to move. You can see you got a gunner on that Troika in the middle platform, and then there's a group of enemies to the left. So we're not going to go down into the water or anything, but we are going to hug this right path, sort of following the same way that that drone is walking. And again, you don't want to move too quickly. You can see we pick up the pace a little bit right there because Pyro told me that there was a flame grenadier behind us that was moving up. You can see he's sort of walking backwards as he checks, and we're just sort of trying to kill time until this drone moves to the left. Again, we're going to hold the right side of this pathway, pick up the pace a little bit just to give us some space from that flame grenadier behind us. And now you can see we got Cyclopses that are patrolling up ahead. Not a big deal. They're moving off to the right, and we're going to just hurry up a little bit, moving again a little faster, but not roadie running. And you can see one of those drones, or it might be a Cyclops, moved off to the left. Wait until they split their path and go their own separate ways, and then you can move ahead to these levers. Go ahead, each one of you pull the lever again, and that should open these doors to the next guard house or guard checkpoint. These levers are a little more forgiving than the ones in the checkpoint itself as far as getting the doors to open. As you can see, I pulled the lever and then Pyro pulled it, or Pyro was pulling it when I turned to look at him. So again, it's a little more forgiving than these levers up here. But this is basically the same thing as the first guardhouse. All you got to do is count it down, 3, 2, 1, and then pull. And you should pull them at the same time. Door will open, and you should be all set. And here you go. You see that we just got that little notification on the top of the screen that proceed to the next set of guardhouse doors. There is a, I believe you saw I picked up frag grenades. I think there's a Boltok on the other side. So there is some weapons to be grabbed here. And then we just got to wait. We're going to get a checkpoint. And now we have to cross the river to the next set of gatehouse doors. This time we do have a little bit more to do. It's a little more involved. You can see we're making our way over to this wheel on the right. That's because we need a distraction. And the distraction is going to be, I'm going to mess up their crane and cause a box to drop. So here we go. There's the box, and kaboom. and we have some very, very confused locusts as to what just happened. So they're going to gather around on the right-hand side. We're going to move over to the left. You can see there's an ammo box right there. You can grab it if you want to. You don't actually have to, because again, we're not going to do a lot of fighting, but just for time's sake, we're going to continue down these steps towards the river. You see we have a grinder who's walking up on us. He's going to come to our left. He's moving to his right, our left, and just hug the right wall. Get into this little alcove, let him go by, and then come down to the bottom. On the right-hand side, there is a crank wheel, just like in the Guns Blazing playthrough, that one of you is going to have to operate to lift the bridge, and I was just making sure nothing was coming down the stairs at us. Once the bridge is up, you are free to move across, and you don't get really pushed here. There's not a lot of enemies patrolling the bridge itself, but again, you can see a Cyclops moving off to the right, and you have a grinder who's coming down the stairs, so we're going to hug the left side this time. And that grinder, he sticks to the right side. Again, it's his left, our right. He stays on that side, so if you hold on this alcove, you should be fine. Wait till he passes, then continue up the stairs. We had a drone go off to the left, so we're going to use the right side just to give ourselves a little bit more breathing room. Then this big cover, the doors open, and we have reinforcements coming in. It's, I believe, 3 Cyclops. So all we're going to do is hustle around to the right side here. There's a little, it almost looks like a door or something behind us. We're just going to wait until they go off to their right, our left. And I think there's like a sleeping grenadier or something on the boxes. So they're going to go over and investigate him. You don't have to pull the levers this time in front of the door because the Cyclops opened it from inside. So here we are in the 3rd gatehouse or guardhouse. And again, up the ladders, one on each side, pull the levers again. That's going to close the doors behind you and should open the doors in front of you. And you should get another checkpoint once the doors open. You can see here we are, we messed up and didn't time our pulls. So once again, count that down, 3, 2, 1 pull or ready, set, go or something like that, just to save yourself a little bit of time. You can see our objective updated. We made it across the river and we're into the next guardhouse. So we're just going to wait for these doors to open. We should get a checkpoint here, I think, once these doors start opening up. And you see Pyro's checking behind us. I'm looking behind us, and like I said, those doors did close. We got a checkpoint. Now we have to proceed through the torture area. This area is a little more tricky. There's many more locusts roaming about, and there's a lot of pathways that you could take to give you different routes to slip by them. And this, or actually, I don't know if you can slip by them. In the Guns Blazing path, it gives you a lot of choices to get different angles on enemies that are in cover. But all we're going to do is we're going to move past the Grenadier on the left. You kind of got this interactive, it's not an interactive cutscene, it's just a point of interest scene where a prisoner is getting smacked around, but that's basically, we're going to use that as a distraction. We're going to head off to the left here, down this path. This area has a lot of guards, so again, we're going to use this wheel to activate a, I don't know what you want to call this, a weighted press. It kind of looks like it's just meant to smush people, or smush prisoners, and yeah, so we're going to activate that wheel, have that weighted stone drop, and then all the locusts in the area are going to go over to the left to investigate what happened. So we're going to hug the right-hand path. You can see they're all staring at us. We got a little nervous that we might have been moving too quickly, so we were very, very cautious. We thought we might have alerted them, but we're all set. Again, there's some more ammo right there in that red glowing pack that you can grab, and we're going to hug this right side because we have a Butcher talking to a Flame Grenadier up there, and we're going to wait, make sure they don't advance, which they don't. They kind of turn around and head back the way they came, so we're going to basically follow them. You don't want to get too close because, again, they'll smell you, and that will blow your cover. So we're going to hang back a little bit. You can see we're kind of letting one whole, I don't know, alleyway or one section of this path stay between us just for safety's sake. You could probably get a little bit closer, but you really don't have to. You can see we have a drone who's moving off to the right. That's the direction that we came into this area from, where the prisoner was getting beaten up a little bit. But we're going to follow this Butcher over to the left. The Flame Grenadier we lost sight of. We knew he was around here somewhere, but we weren't sure where. So we were kind of waiting to see if he popped up. We were waiting for that Butcher to move because he has to go over into that little alcove turn-in area behind that cover. We're going to continue up this path on the left, and there's that Flame Grenadier we were looking for. And this time, again, you just stay to the left, get up to these levers, and each of you pull a lever. Pyro was just being extra cautious, making sure that that Flame Grenadier wasn't going to detect or spot us. And you can see we're backing towards the doors to make sure nothing is getting too close. Just willing these doors to open faster. And here we go. This is the 4th gatehouse or guardhouse, counting the one that you sort of start in. So we should be pros by this at this point. Up the ladders, over to the levers, count down your timing to 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. Just whatever's going to work for you and the guy you're playing with or the gal you're playing with. If you're playing by yourself, you don't have to worry about it because your computer partner, your NPC, is going to actually time it up with your pull and will not fail unless they get like glitch stuck and can't get up the ladder. So again, doors are opening, we got a checkpoint. Now in the guns blazing path or guns blazing option, this is where you actually fight the Brumok, and you can see again we have the Brumok still coming down, and you do not want to fight it. You're going to follow the exact same pathway. We're not going to engage this time. We're just going to hang a right and go down this weird looking, I don't know, tunnel path thing to get underneath it. So follow the stairs down to the holding cells. I think they're holding cells, prison cells. And just keep following the exact same path you did while you were playing the guns blazing route, except in... actually, no, you don't take this path, do you? So anyway, oh yes you do, you do take this path because this is where you rescue Franklin. So you're going to come down this way. We're crossing underneath the Brumok right now, as you can tell from the dirt falling from the ceiling, or dust, or whatever it is. And at this point, once you rescue Franklin, the gameplay is almost identical, or is identical to the guns blazing path. So I'm going to be done with the narration because at this point it's just a straight up firefight, and you should be able to get through it from here on out. There's no more stealth if you made it to this point without being detected. You are going to unlock the achievement once you finish the campaign or the DLC. From here on out, you don't have to worry about being stealthy or anything. It's just a straight up firefight till the end of the game, or end of the DLC. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am going to let the rest of the footage play out if you want to see how we got through this fight, but we did have the guns blazing option already uploaded, so if you want to check that out, you can. If you want to watch the rest of the video, feel free, but the narration at this point is done. So have yourselves a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Until next time, this is Blades of God. Bye-bye.
done yet.
Well, you must be crazy then, because I'm getting my ass out of here. Later, fools. Motherfuckers going deeper into the hollow.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe. You can also check us out on Twitch at Hammer Bros Gaming. I am Blades of God, and until next time, have a great day everyone.